And we're back. Happy Monday. Thank you so much for tuning in. We are so thrilled to be here and to announce another Savvy Social collab between Mila Johansen and myself. And please, if you're watching this, let us know, as always, where you're watching us from. We'd love to pop your comment on the screen and give you a big shout out. And so we just came off of a terrific weekend, Mila. You did the speaking class workshop just this past Saturday, and we had a great turnout. I think everyone got something from that class.
Yes, that was a lot of fun. It ended up that we showed a lot of tech, and you helped with that too. And I was really wanting everyone to set up their room as a Zoom studio. Like behind me, I have a beautiful screen that I bought on Amazon for like $30, and I really like it. And then we were showing how to put up pictures on Zoom or use the one Zoom show and lighting and the camera, the Logitech C90. I can't remember the name right now, but anyway, it all the equipment's important so you can look professional and be speaking on summits and podcasts.
Exactly. Be speaking on virtual summits and podcasts and having the right background can really enhance your overall branding and look and presentation. So that was an excellent, kind of like a bonus tip. We didn't intend to go that way, but it was quite a bit bonus. Awesome. So we're back again with another workshop announcement. So this is going to take place in June. So mark those calendars. So Saturday, June 11th from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. Pacific time. Those of you like me on the East Coast, it's 1 to 6 p.m. But this is going to be a great workshop, and it's called Write Your Short Book in a Day. Yes, so write your short book in a day. So go ahead, mark your calendar, and reserve your spot today. So Mila, where did this concept of the short book come from? Why do you call it the short book?
Well, I've been a writer for many, many years, and I have a lot of books published. And I always thought I had to write the long book. And someone said to me, "Why don't you write the short book?" I go, "A short book? Oh, okay, I could write a short book in a little amount of time." And so now I'm sharing it with everyone else and giving everyone permission to write the short book. In fact, a lot of people now that I'm talking to are writing the short book first and using it as an outline so they can write their longer book. And the shortest book that you can put on Amazon with a spine is 36 pages. And anybody can write a 36-page book in a day or two, get it edited because we don't want more bad books, and then put it up on Amazon in a week or two.
Wow, so there you have it. Write your short book, and 36 pages will get you a spine.
A little
and
bit of a spine, itty bitty, itty bitty.
And so you may be wondering, how did Mila and I get together in the first place? And she was our book coach when we wanted to write Heart Notes. So Heart Notes is co-authored by 29 amazing contributors. And at the forefront of that was Irma, and who also helped us with editing, Irma Gusten, and then Steve Garvin. And so Steve was inspired by that movie, Collateral Beauty, about writing letters to dear money, dear abundance, dear fear, you name it. And so we compiled this book. And believe it or not, this book was intended to be a short book. We thought between the four of us, we'll get some letters, we'll recruit some presenters and our attendees from our Sing Your Heart Song Summit to submit their letters, and let's aim for a short book. And before you know it, we had 120 pages. So you never know where the short book, once you get started, can take you. And we're just so thrilled to have this, beautiful book that's available in our hands. And that's what Mila's going to show you exactly how to do step by step in this upcoming workshop in June.
Yeah, and it's great because you could take your book, the same book, and you could write 36 pages, and then you can go up to 98 pages. At 98 pages, there's enough room to put your name and title of the book on the spine. But a lot of people are opting to write the 120 to 135 comfortable book. And then some people want to write longer books, and those are now between 250 and 300 pages. We're not doing missioner anymore, so we're not doing 500 pages anymore. But so what I say is write your first book, 36 pages, get it published, get it in your hands, and start giving it out as a calling card to show your expertise, to teach from, to even sell. And then write the longer book, 98 pages, then go up to 125, and then go on up. And let's just start small, because a lot of people say to me, you mean I only have to write 36 pages? I can do that. So it gets very, very exciting. And I just love giving people permission for that, and watching their faces when they find out that's what they can do. It's like, it's chewable. We can accomplish it. And so that's all very, very exciting. And then in the class, we sit and we write for 20-minute prompts. We can all write for 20 minutes. Then we come back and I do about 10 minutes of very interesting information, strategies, and resources for you for writing and publishing. So it's never been easier to publish. Go on Amazon, or they'll walk you right through, or get me to help you.
Exactly. And there's so much you can accomplish in just writing in chunks. So I think that was my biggest takeaway from your class, having attended before, that, giving us the time, with a proper guidance and prompt, just to write in chunks and making it very, very doable. I mean, 20 minutes, go. Awesome. So we've got a testimonial, because how many of you are still on the fence and like, I don't know if this workshop is for me, what will I get out of it? And so we would like to share with you some social proof. And we've got a testimonial from one of Mila's previous students, Lori here, Lori Burkhart Frank. And so hear what she has to say after taking the class of Write Your Short Book in a Day. So hang on one second while I cue up that video. Here we go. All right, everyone meet Lori.
Mila, I am so glad that I took this class today, because I was feeling so stuck and realizing that I really actually had two projects inside of me instead of one, and you've helped me streamline. And now, rather than feeling pulled in two different directions, I have energy, and I'm going to write my short book first and then write a memoir for the later book, because the short book is really a toolkit, and you help me see that. So I would recommend this class to any writer to get going and enjoy the energy of writing with others too.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, Lori, for that. And how amazing to be able to write in the energy of others, because we can get inspired, right, from hearing other people's ideas and chapter titles and topics as well.
Yeah, we in the classes, everybody learns from each other, even in the speaking class, because I have people put in their topics for speaking or their titles for books, and then other people go, oh, that's a good title. I could make something like that. And that's something I suggest. Go on to Amazon, look at books in your genre and your subject matter, and look at the titles, look at the book covers, see what you like, what you don't like, and then get ideas and twist it around and use them. Did you know, this is a secret though? You can't copyright a name, so you could copy anybody's name, but you really don't want to, maybe. But then again, you could, because one of my colleagues, she wrote a book called Heart Song, one word. And I looked it up where I go, well, there's 20 books called Heart Song, one word. And I looked up Heart Song, two words, and there were only 5. So she switched her name over to Heart Song, two words, which doesn't make much difference, but it's okay. If you think of a name you really like and you look it up and it's there, you can still use it. So don't worry about that,
Excellent. So for those of you who are watching, let's play a game, because one of the things that Mila has us do is just brainstorm right away. Brainstorm on your topics that you could just automatically write about right now, right? And so she always gives us a tip of write what you know. So put in the comments. Put in the comments. We'd love to hear from you. What is it? 2 or 3 topics that you can write right now, top of your mind. So please put that in the chat and share with us, and we'll come back to you. I know Celeste Martin was saying earlier that she could just talk about her faith, her journey as a woman entrepreneur, her network marketing business. And those are some great ideas, because then you could use it as a tool, as sort of a calling card, to teach others, to teach your team, etc. So go ahead and write down what you know first. All right. And Mila, are you still there? So this happened early with us. If you were watching, we were attempting a live stream earlier today, and then I had some technology glitches, and then we had to go and reboot and come back on, and now it's Mila's turn. So, And if you're wondering what the value is for this amazing workshop, I mean, it's a whole entire day to really tap into Mila's expertise and to be able to understand all the tips and tools of the trade, so to speak, on how to get your professional books up and ready on Amazon KDP, which stands for Kindle Direct Publishing. And one of the things that she's going to urge you today is just go ahead and create your author page. I mean, there's tons of resources available through KDP. They have excellent tutorials there as well. Mila's going to walk you through everything, but even on KDP itself, there are some excellent tutorial and guides that you can follow, and they'll be able to have resources for you there on how to create your own author page. So let's get your books out there. You don't have to be born a writer. That's why we have book editors and book coaches to help us move through this process. And hopefully Mila will come back and join me. There you are,
Yes,
Mila.
we're back. We're back. So I was just talking about getting an editor and doing all of KDP for free. Go ahead and sign up for KDP now, even if your book won't be ready for a year, because you get an author page. And everyone in our book, our compilation book, could get an author page too. And a lot of them did. And then your author page actually goes for all the books you write. And it's very, very exciting. Like if you decide to be in my Cinderella compilation book, your author page will show up in that, and then people can find you, and then you're published, and it's very, very exciting. And KDP has a lot of attributes. Like they will let everyone read about 5 pages or 10 pages of your book as a sample. They give you a place to put a beautiful description. And then they also will give you a place to put a video. So you could go on like this and talk about your book for like on Zoom or somewhere else. Oh, I think you can do it on YouTube and then put it on. And then, 2 to 5 minutes. Nobody knows it's there. Hardly anyone knows that part is there. And then make sure you get all your friends and family to buy the book and give reviews, because the reviews that count are from people who actually bought the book. And reviews are what build your algorithms. And also the more books you have on build your algorithm. So if you did do the same book, 36 pages, 98 pages, 125 pages, you've got 3 books there. And what I'm doing, I'm going backwards because of my grandmother's book, From Cowgirl to Congress, her memoir, and she's going to show it to you right now. That is a really fantastic book for women and men, because mostly there's men in it, right, that gave women the vote. And so she... that book I'm going to take backwards. It's 300 pages and it's 5 segments of her life. So I'm going to take the 5 segments. One, when she put together Pulitzer School of Journalism. Then when she worked with Alice Paul and Carrie Chapman Catt, helping women get the vote, being the first woman lobbyist. And then speaking all over London with George Bernard Shaw. Then coming back to DC and speaking and teaching Eleanor Roosevelt public speaking. Those are going to be 5 different books. Oh yeah, starting at Colorado with her tragic childhood, but how she got out of there with a teacher realizing how smart she was and getting her to Smith College. And so I'm going to take the long book and break it into 5 other books. So I'll have 6 books out of 1 book. So you can go either way. And another thing is people need to think about, what do they already have written? A lot of people have blogs, beautiful blogs. I met one woman, she said, I have 500 blogs and they're really well written. And I said, well, you have 5 books there. Let's make books out of those. Why write something new? So think about that.
That's amazing. I love this idea of stacking, and that's something that you talk a lot about.
It's something I invented because I wrote 22 plays and musicals that go around the world. Well, before COVID, they went around the world. And the great thing is, when they were really long, I realized that most theater companies and schools couldn't do the long version. They didn't have enough rehearsal time. So I broke it down to medium and short. So all of my plays go short, medium, and long. And I thought, well, why not do that with books? I think I've invented this concept.
It's the first I've heard of it. So yay, kudos, Mila. And something you always say is, get the algorithm out there. And there's a notion, right? There's a big movement about 50 books to 20K. Do you want to talk about that?
Yeah, 20 books to 50K. It's a site on Facebook.
Oh.
Join us today. And you should join it, Olivia, because let's say you could do a book a month, a book every 2 months, a book every 3 months. I met a man at Comic-Con. I've gone there for years. My daughter's made me go with her for 14 years. And I took all his classes, and he writes a book a month, but he does it in a very organized way. He writes from 8 to 12 every day, just like Isaac Asimov did. I think he got the idea from him. He has huge whiteboards behind him, and he's a plotter. So he plots everything out, then, willing to change it when he needs to. And he puts out a book a month. So he's building his algorithms like crazy, and he's self-publishing.
So I just want to make sure I got that right. So 20 books or 50 books?
It's 20 books to 50K.
Okay. I wrote 50 books to 20K, but okay.
I know. That's an easy thing to make. And on that site, people will tell you how to make a lot of money selling your book. They have all these tricks and strategies, and it's something to study. It's a place to go and study.
I love that. Because I mean, nowadays your presence, right, it includes your online presence too. So not just your physical presence, but build a space for you digitally, virtually, through the algorithm and getting your message. And I love what you said earlier. If you've already been writing, producing content through blogs and newsletters and email newsletters, why not repurpose some of that and get into a book?
I had one person come to my classes, and she had been a podcaster, and she had transcripts of all her podcasts. I go, well, there's some books there for you right there. She was so excited to hear that.
Yeah, so it just goes back to that, advice that you gave, write what you know first. Start with what you have, right? Repurposing that content. That's fantastic. Awesome. And so some of you may be wondering, like, what is the investment? What is all this going to include, right? With their one-day workshop with Mila, tapping into all her expertise and her knowledge and her wonderful, amazing tips. And it's $27. I mean, wow, what an amazing value for an entire day with Mila, right? And also to get writing done. So this isn't just like downloading information; like you will get writing done. I was so surprised, and I'm with Lord. I didn't realize like there were so many books inside of me, like waiting to come out. The first workshop I did with you, I wanted to write about LinkedIn, so that is a work in progress. Writing an introduction, welcome to LinkedIn sort of book. And then now I want to write about laughter yoga and my journey with laughter yoga.
Fantastic. Those will be fantastic books. And, sometimes I work on several books at a time because they feed each other. It's like beehive, right? And so don't be afraid of that. You can work on them both at the same time. So, yeah.
Excellent. And then just for fun, I mean, I think about, what I'm wearing today. And this is, I bought this at a estate sale for like incredible value. And I think about, oh, what a fun book that would to write, about fashion on a budget or something, or like unique finds and stories behind, some of the clothes that I find, because I find some really unique pieces. And I think
you're a girl after my own heart. This is from a thrift store too. So, I mean, but I've had it for like 20 years, and I wear it whenever I want to dress up. And I love the blue because it's just so cobalt,
And it complements you. Blue is a great color against that beautiful background that you have. So it really does complement you. And I was thinking about, just maybe even like a fiction book, right? Just like pretending the stories about wearing this, particular outfit, etc. To go. And
that's a good idea. That could go in a lot of directions. Like it could be a fantasy how the outfit makes you do things. So you put on the different outfit. I like that idea. Or it could just be about, how we're saving money by recycling, by buying at thrift stores, or estate sales are a great place because it's brand new stuff. I mean, it's not brand new, but it's coming right out of a place, and in good shape.
Exactly. Because I think, what are the top 2 topics right now that you see trending?
Oh, yeah, those 2 topics that always surprise me. One is caregiving, and the other one, okay, hope you're all sitting down, is, wait a minute, I lost my, what was it? I've lost my,
Cost of clutter.
Clutter. And, a lot of people are doing it spiritually. Clear the clutter, and then your spiritual life will come together. A lot of people are doing it just let's get peace of mind by clearing the clutter. And so those are the 2 big hot topics right now, besides abundance and all the ones you would think of. Business books are big. A lot of people want to know how to draw in more people and build their email list and use funnels. So a lot of people are writing their books to go along with their coaching. In fact, a lot of people aren't even thinking about selling their books. They're only thinking about coaching. So it's a way to do that. And I want you to remember one thing. You don't have to have your book written before you do podcasts because you already know your material.
Exactly. Awesome. Awesome. And I can't help but feel like, this is the dawn of the printing press, and I feel a little bit like Johannes Gutenberg with the printing press because now we have Amazon KDP and all the amazing attributes you just described. I mean, this was produced through KDP, and we've got the ebook, Kindle version, as well as the hard copy, soft copy. And it was really exciting to get the proof, like you said, like you get the proof in your hands.
Oh, yeah, yeah. That's another attribute is that they give you samples. Like my grandmother's book, 300 pages, is only $4.50. So I can sell that when I go speak at groups live. And every person there will buy the book. It's a great sales time. And then the smaller book, my dog book that I had to write after the heavy book of my grandmother, because that was like a lot of work, is only $2.50. So you can sell them, you can take them with you. I always have like 10 books in my car ready to, someone says, hey, Mila, where's your book? And then I have it ready for them. I ship them out. I send them out to all kinds of famous people. I got a letter back from Robert Redford, which is very exciting. And so and so the samples are great. And then you can get, like, before you even publish, you can get like 10 samples, hand them to people, see what they think, let them edit them. And then go back in and fix them, and then get your other your real books made, like published, and then you don't even have to have a cover to get your samples. And I always suggest everyone get a sample early, even when your book's halfway done, so you can hold it and feel it and see if you like gloss versus matte covers.
Excellent. I mean, it's so much fun to get into all the intricate details with putting the book together, right? From writing, and it's so cool to like have your idea be manifested into this physical copy and to
And
hold
to hold it. Oh my God.
it. I know the feeling never gets old. Like I touch this book and it just never gets old for me.
And
I,
you carry them around with you, Olivia?
I do. I keep them in my trunk of my car, in my purse, in my bag, wherever I go. I'm with my book.
Yeah, a lot of people are just writing the real short one, the 36-page book, and using them as a giveaway for summits. I just spoke on a worldwide summit today. Oh, I'm giving one away here too. I just spoke on a worldwide summit, and I gave away my 101 surprising tips to promote your book or anything. And I've probably given away 2,000, 3,000 of those on my speaking engagements before I actually published the books. Now it's published on Amazon, and you can get it 101 surprising tips to promote your book, or you can get one through here. And then if that link down there is hard for you to copy to join the class, you can go to my website, milajohansen.com, and there's a box to click in to join Write Your Short Book in a Day.
Yes, and all the other wonderful book projects you can get involved in and laser coaching with Mila is available on the main website, milajohansen.com. And speaking of the gift there, this is the link. I'll pop it on the screen for a bit. But yeah, today, you can get a free bonus gift from Mila. Go ahead to this site and you will receive a PDF copy referencing that ebook that she talks about that she likes to give for summits. And you can get it
what's great about it is that book is a good example of a short book.
Exactly. And it's 101 surprising tips to promote your book. So you can get that in advance of the workshop. The workshop won't be until next month, Saturday, June 11th. But today you can already download some of these ideas, and maybe that will help jog your creativity as you come up with some of the topics for yourself. So awesome. I'm super excited to be involved in this project with you again, Mila. I think it's so much fun to have an interactive, hands-on workshop where we can get writing done. Because I think I won't do it.
Well, a lot of people come every time because they know it's a dedicated writing time. And I've written 2 books in it that I've published. And one of them is 101 Tips. And now I'm writing one on homeschool, which I just spoke today on a worldwide summit on how to make homeschool fun and easy, not a chore. So I should have put that in the title. That was good. So think of, and I always say at the beginning of class, warning, warning, by the time you leave here, you'll probably think of many more books you can and want to write.
And something that is a bonus too, this is bonus material, bonus content that Mila offers is marketing and launching your book. right? So not only is it dedicated writing time, but there's so much that goes in even after you publish and it's up there in Amazon to really properly launch it. And you want to follow her formula for
Yeah,
when to
even if
and soft copy.
exactly, because even if you're going to traditionally publish, they want your help now. It's not that they're going to do all the work for you. So either way, you have to do it.
Exactly. And one of the excellent marketing tips I think you gave us was just using Shutterfly and getting
Yeah,
branded, branded items with our book covers and our author images.
yeah. I collected a lot of swag, and I didn't know what swag stood for till last year, and I looked it up because at Comic-Con they give us a lot of swag, and it stands for stuff we all get. I think that's so funny. And so I started building swag like refrigerator magnets and all these little books and canvas bags like one I sent you, Olivia. And they offer you all these things for free. You have to pay for shipping, but almost every other day, if you have the phone app, they say, here, you can have this and this and this. So I started collecting it. I have a whole file cabinet drawer full. And then COVID hit, so I didn't get to go in person and give it all away. But I've spoken a few times now in person, so I take a bunch with me and hand it out.
I know they're so fun. It's so fun, and it really makes it interactive again. When you do a book signing, to have some extra swag to right away give people beyond the bookmarks, right? So it's really, really fun. Awesome, wonderful. So yes, so go ahead and register, reserve your spot today. Again, I'm going to put the dates here for you. It's going to be Saturday, June 11th, and please note the time in Pacific, 10 a.m. to 1 Pacific, 1 to 6 Eastern. So go ahead and mark your calendars, and this is the website right here to go ahead and reserve your spot because you definitely want to be there. And once again, if you are just tuning in, watching this, this is a very special announcement about the next workshop that Mila is hosting in June. Write your short book in a day. It is possible. She's going to show you how. And so please go ahead and register today. And it's all yours for $27. So that's amazing, amazing value to spend time with Mila, be in her presence, get inspired with the writing community, and getting some fresh ideas about how you can rebrand, right? Rebrand or expand your brand, etc. And don't forget her free gift here. And so this is 101 surprising tips to promote your book. So please go ahead and download. The links are also available in the comments. It's also available in the posts. I wish we could at one day click on the screen and get it, but it's available for you anywhere. And get in touch. Get in touch with Mila. Her website is milajohansen.com. So she's always available to answer your questions as well too.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Olivia.
Thank you so much. I always
Well,
get
there's
good
Katie
job.
Mag. Katie Mag just jumped on. Hi, Katie.
Oh, yay, Katie! Yes, Katie. Yes, this course is for you. So Katie is a wonderful, wonderful colleague that I've gotten to know through AATH, Association for Applied Therapeutic Humor. She's got a nursing background, so there's tons of stories there. And she's also in my cohort for Humor Academy. So yay! We hope to see you in the class, Katie. I think you're going to get a lot out of it. And how fun it would be to see you at the conference with your short book.
That'd be great. Wow. And it's possible, even shoot for your birthday or Christmas and then, put your book out. But remember my formula though. Put out your hardcover and your paperback or just your paperback first and then wait 3 weeks before you do your ebook because you want your family and friends and colleagues to have the actual physical book on their shelf. And if you put the ebook out right away, most of them will buy the ebook. And that's where you're going to make a big chunk of your money right in the beginning selling.
Yeah, so Katie agrees, just having some goal in mind, right? Like get it done by this date and having a deadline that will energize you, by Christmas. So you can give it out to family and friends or for the next conference that we're having, right, Katie, in Arizona next March or April. So yeah, that is a great goal to have. And Katie, if you are wanting to interact with us, we'd love to know what topics come to mind. So, what are 2 or 3 topics that are top of mind for you that you could write about right now without having to do research? So, I love it when you open the class with that, Mila. It really does help us like just brainstorm.
Yeah. Well, and another reason I do it is then everyone can read everyone else's, and that's where they get ideas. Because, a lot of people come up with, they just have subject, but not a title. And you really got to have a snappy title these days. Now, if your title is esoteric, like doesn't exactly say what your book's about, then your subtitle has to be an explainer. Or if your title explains it, then your subtitle could be esoteric. So vice versa.
These,
Cardiac, there's your stress. There we are.
yeah, these are topics that Katie could easily write about. Definitely. Throw in some
And
humor,
people,
humor healing.
yeah,
Excellent. Wonderful. And you had mentioned earlier too, Mila, about just senior care or caregiving, right, is a hot topic these days. And
yeah.
so anything tied
Caregiving
to
and clutter.
caregiving clutter. But actually, the
I
two
can't
go hand in
believe how.
hand because there are many seniors, right, who need to help with like decluttering and organizing and maybe downsizing from their homes into maybe an assisted living area or other facilities, etc. So
Yes,
actually,
and a lot of
yeah.
people are taking care of their parents right now, and they or their husbands or somebody, and so the caregiving is a big subject right now.
So Katie's like, "Yep, I could do that topic as well." So Katie,
Yeah.
you're ready to go. And humor, definitely humor, absolutely. So those are excellent topics to get started, Katie. And then in class, you'll be able to refine it even further and get your bullet points and chapter titles in.
That's how you start. That becomes your outline. It makes it a lot easier. And I used to be a pantser. Either you're a plotter or a pantser or in between. And I've always been a pantser, where flying by the seat of my pants, just write and see what comes out. Lately, since I've been doing the short book and I'm doing the bullet list, I've become an outliner, which is kind of fun for me too. And then I outlined a book this fall when I did the NaNoWriMo. We're supposed to write a book in a month in November. That book flew onto the page because of the outline. So now I'm thinking I might become at least a part-time outliner.
Absolutely. Yeah, you find the method that works for you. But I love what you said, just even writing in chunks, 20 minutes a day will get the
Mhm.
job done.
5 minutes a day will add up to a book. Do you know Toni Morrison, the famous novelist? She only had 15 minutes a day when she wrote her first novel because of work and children. And the rest is history. She became a famous novelist, but she did not let that 15 minutes go by. And that's what she did.
Excellent. And what do you recommend writing? Like, do people type, write on the computer, or do they do it by hand?
Either way, whatever works for you, the main thing is to write. But here's the rule that the guy from Comic-Con that writes a book a month, he doesn't allow during his dedicated writing time, which yours would be 20 minutes or 2 hours or more, he doesn't allow any editing or research. And that's my downfall. I love to hide behind editing and research. So don't do that. You only can do new writing. And Barbara Kingsolver says, give yourself permission to write a bad book and then work on it until it's a really good book. So what she means is blather it down on the page, get it down and fix it later. Do not let fixing, research, editing get in your way. That's the main advice I can give you is just do it.
I love that advice. Just get it down on paper and give yourself permission to write a short book. Give yourself permission to write a bad book.
Barbara did. Barbara gave us permission.
Wonderful. Well, thank you so much, everyone, for tuning in. I appreciate you so much, Katie, coming on, and Celeste Martin from earlier. Thank you so much for being a part of this. And we're going to play that video again from the beginning, but we hope to see you in class. This is going to be a lot of fun. And spread the word, spread the word. So anyone who has a message, will need to get their books out. So see you in class very soon. Again, I'm going to put it on the screen here. It's June 11th, Saturday. So June 11th, block off this time. Here we go. June 11th from 10 a.m. to 1 Pacific and 1 to 6 Eastern. And, we've got another comment coming in. Let's see.
Nice meeting you,
Yay!
Katie, this way.
Very good. Yes, you're welcome, Katie. You are so welcome. Thank you for joining us. All right. Well, thank you again for watching this special live stream announcement of our newest workshop. And so we'll see you soon. Thank you for watching.
Thank you, Olivia.
You're so welcome.